Mass, Wikipedia page. He was a Canadian investigative journalist, poet, essayist, and conspiracy theorist. He is best known for the Project Blue Beam theory, which concerns an alleged plot to facilitate a totalitarian world government by destroying traditional religions and replacing them with a New Age belief system using NASA technology. Now, I'm going to show you something very important. As you know that I've mentioned, the Rainbow family is where I was brought by Finch after getting picked up from writing the CIA. I got picked up USPS on 5th Street in PDX and brought out towards Spokane, Washington, to a Rainbow family gathering. Now you'll notice that this talks about spiritual and religious practices and beliefs and a New Age movement, zeitgeist, and it goes down spiritualism, New Thought, occultism, New Age drew heavily upon esoteric traditions such as the occultism of the 18th and 19th centuries. You'll go down and you'll get down here and you'll hit further readings and you'll notice that, or maybe it's external links, that's what does it have just below an external links, the 1972 Rainbow Gathering, the very first one ever done. And that brings you to
religions and beliefs go on a journey to remote national.
Now, we're going back up and we're going to go back to what the theory, he said, how he explained it. In the early 1990s, he started writing on the theme of the New World Order and conspiracy theories hatched by secret societies like Skull and Bones, which is connected to Freedom Tower, and George W. Bush, and HW, who is his name, George H.W. Bush, Center for Intelligence, is where the CIA is located. He founded the Free Press, blah, 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 blah. He gets down into, in 1994, he published Project Bluebeam, NASA, in which he details his claim that NASA, with the help of the United Nations, was attempting to implement a New Age religion with the Antichrist at its head and start a New World Order via a technologically simulated Second Coming of Christ. He also gave talks on this topic. It further notes that the Project Bluebeam has plots similar to Star Trek's movie treatment, The God Thing, aka it's clearly a God particle reference, and Star Trek's Next Generation, Devil's Due. Then it gets into 1995. He published his most detailed work, Les Protocoles de Toronto 6.6.6. The 666 is what CERN has on their logo. So does, Disney, who my great-grandfather was Walt's jeweler. Modeled upon the protocols of the Elders of Zion. Oh, one of those things that I have found encrypted in pi. Oh, weird. Found Zion encrypted in pi, the first 7 decimals. For 20, wherein he said a Masonic group called 6.6.6 had for 20 years been gathering the world's powerful to establish the New World Order and control the minds of individuals. Now I'm going to click to something else really. This is the very first ad for Niantic Project's Ingress, and it came out November 15th, 2012, 5 months after I was written in July, on 4th of July, by Dimon at Genius Inc. In Geneva, Switzerland, and given carte blanche by their scientific team to use Supermaster Pikachu YouTube account, which I was given the password to, which I took to the FBI, wrote Langley, and got picked up by Finch and brought to a Rainbow family gathering. Now watch this.
What was the net effect of the Niantic project? We had crossed a threshold in which global security could be at risk. Decrypting the data was the mistake.
This is not psychosis or some cognitive break, but an actual takeover of the mind.
The mind, didn't we just hear that right here? That the establishment was to control the minds of individuals, which I know I've been biohacked, because I know what it is. I know how to do it. And people think it's like technology being implanted in your brain. No, you're far misconstrued in how people take over minds. And by 1995, So he was working. Oh, this is about how he got hurt. But you'll notice, let's go back to what it said. A technologically simulated second coming of Christ brought on by a New Age religion. Now, when you look at the New Age, remember it's connected to the Rainbow Family. Now, what's odd about this is when you look into the facts of what this is saying, is that Niantic is, let's look at Ingress. Ingress, it's a game based on the Higgs boson that uses encryptions, and it's based out of CERN. Now, this game came out and follows a story of a human intel source, a U.S. citizen human intel source that came out from hiding and got in contact with Langley, which is where the CIA is. It's called Langley. When I wrote, after being contacted by the people at CERN, giving me carte blanche to explain the Higgs boson on their channel, the channel name Supermaster Pikachu, a clear reference to them being able to peek at us, it's obvious evidence that I had already been dealing with stuff in my life, and then people, I don't know if they were trying to help me or make me look crazy, but it made my friends like feel weird hanging out with me because they didn't want to say things and they thought I was crazy, and at times I was. My mom was dying, my child had been stolen, I was literally lost everything, and I then was dealing with people messaging me and spying on me, writing fucking storylines like Lego Movie that follow my every move, literally verbatim in scene settings, and it's ridiculous. It is at the point where when you look at the data and what I can show you about this game, Lego Movie, remember, this game uses Caesar ciphering. I can show you one. This is NianticProject.com. You'll notice that the investigations start as they were investigating not just me but multiple people. It's Creativity, Project Pandora, Creativity, Niantic Investigation 3. Now you start getting down into abductions. You get into pseudoscience, glitchy break-in, and then remember I previously posted my brother's phone. I was using it, and then as I was using it, number texted that said the message was from the year 1980, and he didn't know why, I didn't know why, but this is the phone that started clicking when I said the lie on which the war drove instead of wardrobe. I switched the B for V because there is no B in inside of Hebrew. Now, if you look at the bottom of the picture, the poster here, it is a Caesar cipher. When you put those letters, what does this mean? I will show you what it means. So I took a pen and I wrote the TIBQFST, MJLFBOZ, PUIFS, and so on for the entire thing, and now I'm going to put it into a Caesar cipher. So I typed it all in, and now I'm going to hit the auto solve. And you'll know that it says, shapers, like any other parasite, always seek new hosts in order to expand their kingdom. There's one law you can hang your hat on everywhere, every form of life wants to thrive. A shaper is an entity in Higgs boson that believes that it's the AI. What it means is that the AI can jump. This is why they talked about, demonology with quantum computers, is that these quantum AI can get to the point where they can convince people that they're something. This is why I'm trying to warn about this being the Messiah. But I have carte blanche, and I have people behind me who know about this. This was not me who chose to do this. It's me who understands it, and they want me to teach people about it. Because they know that me, being an individual who is a background that is a religious family that, has a knowledge of some faith stuff, we are now sitting in a situation where a game about the Higgs boson and mind control is connected to Project Bluebeam, and now you see that I'm a Messiah Clement living in New Jerusalem, which is a symbol of when New Jerusalem comes out of the heavens, it means the second coming's about to happen. And I'm telling you that the Lego movie came out the following Olympics, the very next Olympics, the day they started in 2014 in Sochi. The Lego movie came out. The previous ones is when the God Particle, when they messaged me, I wrote the FBI during the Olympic opening ceremony, as when I wrote the CIA, and after I took the information that Genius Inc. had sent me, Demon, from Genius Inc. in Geneva, Switzerland. Then I was picked up by Finch. Finch is brought into a rainbow gathering, which is connected to the New Age movement on Project Bluebeam. This is literally Project Bluebeam. I can't explain this in any more detail without getting annoyed, because it's like, I don't like talking about this. I don't like joking around and being like, yep, this is because, they're talking about us having to believe that people are a different chromosome when they so choose it. So yeah, if that's the case, then when I say that I'm the Messiah and then I prove it, why am I still deemed insane? Oh, you want to know why? Because it takes power back for the people. And that, my friend, is exactly what V for Vendetta, a movie based in the year 2020 during a pandemic called St. Mary's Virus, and Lego Movie takes place when the president freezes everybody with the Kraggle, just like President Trump did in real life, one day before Pi Day 2020, and 8 years after the prophecy they didn't believe it in the movie. It happens 8 years, 2012 plus 8 becomes 2020, the year that we were frozen at home. And you start seeing these predictive programming themes, and people who read this stuff and work on ways to negate and fix problems, we now are disbelieved, delusional, and sitting in a situation where people have no idea that the OSS is back and it's got some SSI information for you, and it's not good. We are actively using this and trying to be diplomatic. It is an inability to bring an ace in the hole out until the correct scenario happens. And China's ready. The United States thinks they're ready, but they're not. And literally China's waiting so that we can prepare, because we see it. We're not delusional. We know what's coming.